All right, Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Kwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity and maturity. And this is gonna be a quick lesson, and it's concerning. This is actually the location that the apostles, filmed camp at yesterday, and they are at the site of. Let me see if I can get a better picture of it. All right, they're at the Natural History Museum in New York City. All right, this is where the apostles filmed their live today, and this is the statue that was taken down. This is a statue of Theodore Roosevelt. All right, and this statue is actually a depiction of prophecy. All right, and a lot of the huge reason why Esau is taking down these statues, and ultimately going to replace them with something else more neutral, so to speak, is because his history is being uncovered. All right, the history of what he has done to what he's done to establish his country, and it was through rape, robbery, and murder. All right, and these two nations. Let's see if we can get a better picture of the statue. All right, these two nations. All right, these two men standing next to him, Israelite men. All right, one being from the tribe of Judah, another being from the tribe of Gad. All right, it's symbolic for the northern and southern kingdom. I'm trying to see if I can get a picture of the whole thing. There we go. All right, so these two men standing next, or standing on the sides of Theodore Roosevelt. All right, it's symbolic for what? The tribe of the Negro on the left hand side. All right, on the statue's left hand side, being symbolic for the tribe of Judah, the kingdom of Judah, so-called Negroes. All right, West Indians and Haitians. All right, and his conquering of them, and then also on the left side, the right side of the statue, excuse me, you have a Gadite, so-called Native American, a Gadite, and then that's symbolic for him conquering the Northern Kingdom, the so-called Latino tribes and Native American tribes and Seminole Indian tribes in Northern Kingdom. So this is the sign was symbolic for him conquering. All right, here in America, both the Southern Kingdom here, all right, and the Northern Kingdom. All right, and that's prophecy because what? The Lord said that we will be oppressed. Let me just get it. Jeremiah 50 and 33. All right, he said in the last days, you so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, and Native American Indians and Seminole Indians, all right, all of you being descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel, all right, and the two split kingdoms, the Northern and Southern Kingdom, will be oppressed by who? By the so-called white man Esau Edom, here, right here. All right, and he put this statue up to, all right, really put that to really put the fact that he had conquered both of these kingdoms, southern and northern kingdoms. So let's get this real quick. Let's go to Jeremiah 50:33. Let's open it up. Because all the things and the things that we go through, the state that we're in, us finding out that we are Israelites, everything is according to prophecy. All right. This is a movie that we're in. We're in the movie of the Lord, the Most High, and His Son, Yahweh Bashem Shai. All right. So let's go down to Jeremiah 50. All right. And we can start at 31. And ultimately, he's taking down these statues. And this is how it looks now. This is how it looks, after the taking down of that statue, because it was basically symbolic for him conquering those two groups of people, which is why he's taking it down, because now he's being exposed, and his history is actually or his glory the Edomites' glory that they thought was a glory is becoming a shame unto them, because they're being looked down upon for their heinous crimes and their violent acts of terrorism. They are the real terrorists. All right, when coming to this country, man. But it was all prophecy, so that what we will be oppressed, both the southern and northern kingdom, here in America, Babylon the Great, under Esau in these last days. All right, but now the Lord is coming against and reproving Esau, all right, and exposing him, all right, and bringing forth what? Truth. Through who? Through the prophets, the apostles, and elders on down to all the brothers around the world. Jeremiah 50:33. I'll just get to the point. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel, the northern kingdom, all right, so-called the Latino tribes and the Native American and Seminole Indian tribes make up the northern kingdom of Israel, and the children of Judah, all right, the southern kingdom, so-called Negroes, the so-called West Indians, and the so-called Haitians, were oppressed together. All right. So this is talking about us being in America, being oppressed together, because ultimately 133 years, I believe, between 133 to 140 years before the southern kingdom went into captivity under the Babylonians, the northern kingdom went into captivity. The northern kingdom actually went into captivity way before the southern kingdom. All right, so and they came over to the Americas, all right, way before the southern kingdom. But it all culminated into what? The southern kingdom eventually going down because of the wickedness and the sins to the Babylonians, and then what? Being fleeing, or into fleeing as best as they could, but then most of them were, captured and served under Nebuchadnezzar, and that's why you had Daniel. Eventually, later on down the line, during the Lord's time, after the Lord, gave Himself as that great sacrifice for the nation, the southern kingdom was then dispersed, all right, throughout Africa, all right, after fleeing in 70 AD from Roman persecution. And then from South Africa, the southern kingdom was brought over here to the Americas to what? Suffer captivity with the northern kingdom that was already over here. So this is that scripture being fulfilled. And who took them down? The so-called white man. And he, all right, put a statue up as a symbol of that, as a symbol of his conquering of these two nations, the northern and southern kingdom. Let's read it again. Jeremiah 50:33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. All right. So now what's happening? His shameful spewing, the shameful spewing is being put upon his glory, because he gloried in this, the things he did to the southern kingdom and northern kingdom. He gloried in that, but now it's becoming a shame unto him, because the Lord is reproving him. The Lord is lifting up the skirt of how America was established, who these red people are, which, they are the Edomites, who we are, so on and so forth. Why is this? Because prophecy is coming to pass, and the Lord is going to redeem those two nations, and ultimately you shouldn't have touched those two nations. Why? Because those are the apple of the Lord's eye. Now, let me get a scripture real quick. Let me see if I can pull it up again. Let's find it real quick. Bear with me. These two nations are mine. Right? The northern and southern kingdom of Israel are the Lord's, because they're ultimately one nation anyway. The nation of Israel, they're all the Lord's people. So let's go to Ezekiel 35, and actually in this chapter, all right, this is a direction for us to what? Prophesy against Mount Seir. All right, prophesy and let them know that the destruction is coming. Prophesy and let them know that the judgment is right around the corner for what you've done to us. All right, and it tells you in the scriptures, the apostles went into it yesterday, that you further the affliction. All right, you further the affliction. And you were supposed to let up, but you still have us, and you're still taking advantage of us to this day. So the Lord is going to step in. All right. Let's open it up again, Slakia. Ezekiel 35 and 9. I will make thee, talking about Esau, I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. This is what's coming for Esau. Why? Because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, He's talking about the northern and southern kingdom, and this is the depiction of that, of the sentiment of Esau. These two nations are mine. See, because I'm standing over them. Now in the scriptures, there's a scripture that says, I have seen servants upon horses. So really, the Edomites, you are really servants to us. And it says princes, all right, walking as servants. All right, these are the actual princes of the earth, the men of the northern and southern kingdom. You see? So now, with the southern kingdom, the southern kingdom being the head, the tribe of Judah, all right, which tribe the Lord Himself descends from. So you have oppressed the tribe of Judah, which you oppressed the Lord's tribe, Yahweh's side or tribe, excuse me. So you don't think you're gonna pay for that, as well as the northern kingdom? Ezekiel 35 and 10. Because thou hast said these two nations are these, because thou hast said these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Therefore, as I live, say, if the Lord power Yahweh, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. The them is the southern and northern kingdom. So the Lord is going to recompense you for these things, man. You taking down the statue is not enough. See, you Edomites don't understand who you have in captivity. There is nothing you can do to pay back what you've done, and you continuously have us in subjection to this day. So let's read what the Lord's going to do. Ezekiel 35 and 11. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, Yahweh, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies, which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel. Nothing but complete disrespect towards these two nations, which is really one nation, which is really one kingdom, the kingdom of Israel, starting with the southern kingdom starting with the tribe of Judah, down to the tribe of Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. We're one nation. So the Lord is going to recompense Esau for what he has done. All right. Verse 12, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies, which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate. They are given us to consume. And that's the sentiment because of that sentiment is why this statue was originally put up, man. But now it's being removed. All right. Now it's being removed. All right. Why? Because this is shameful spewing. What you have done is coming back upon you, man. All right. Galatians 6 and 7. Whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. Let's get it. Shameful spewing. Habakkuk 2. So you gotta hide these different artifacts. You gotta hide history. That's why you have what is it called? Where they're trying to ultimately remove, all right, the history of slavery out of history books. Are you crazy? Everybody knows what you did already, man. All right. Everybody knows the cat is out of the bag, man, so to speak. Habakkuk 2 and 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. Why? Because he's being exposed. You're being exposed to be the devil the Bible speaks of. You're being exposed to be the wicked. You're being exposed to be the problem as to why the earth is in the condition it's in, why the people are in their minds are in the condition they're in. It's because of who's ruling on the earth, whose faces on the money. The people, men, women, and children. And our the elder here, our elder Malcolm here in Chicago, he actually did a lesson, all right, on some quotes and sayings and writings of the so-called founding fathers. All right, and from the things they wrote, it was horrific, man. All right, he had writings from all types of these different Edomites. that came over here and slaughtered the tribe of Gad and Reuben. All right, and also you know, the same thing was done to the southern kingdom. All right, so now all this history is coming out on your so what you all right use as glory is now becoming your shame, man. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee. So you're about to go through what we've been through, but the Lord said you're gonna receive double according to your works. And the cup that's the Lord is gonna fill to you, He's gonna fill to you double. It says, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. See? Now you're being exposed, man. Because you're about to be taken out of power. Let's get something else real quick. Make bare the leg. This is Isaiah chapter 47. And this all culminates into why this country is failing. This country is going down into confusion, and eventually it's going to go into perdition, which means destruction, because the people ruling it, they are the sons of perdition, the sons of destruction. All right, the Edomites. Isaiah 47:1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstone and grind meal, uncover the locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. This place is being uncovered. All the Lord is lifting up the skirt on this place. All the rape, robbery, murder, the lies, the deception is all being exposed. It's coming to the light now in these last days as this country crumbles. And that's prophecy. The Lord sitting this place down in the dust, which is symbolic for confusion. All right. That's why nobody knows what's going on, and it's going to continue. It's going to get worse. More bugged out things are going to happen. More chaos and destruction. All right. And violence is coming. This place is not getting any better. How it was established is how it's going to go out. By violence and destruction and chaos. See? Verse 3, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance. Who's going to take vengeance? The Lord. That's why a lot of you niggas in these other camps, you have these guns and stuff, man. You're not going to be able to fight this man. This man's blessing is using the sword, the modern day gun, weaponry, military personnel, artillery. That's all a part of his blessing. The only entity that can take this man out of power off of the earth is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. And we are to just wait for that. Ultimately, we can't do nothing else. You see? Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. See? I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. See? That's why the Lord's coming, and that's why NASA sees, Esau sees the Lord in the chariots of Israel. He sees these things. He knows that the Lord's not coming back as a regular man, a regular power. Esau knows Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is coming back as a glorious power in the strength of his father. Out of this world, all right, magnificence. Out of this world, power. Out of this world, conquering. The Lord says he's going to make a quick work of this place. And this is why. And why? Because of what this man has did on the earth. You see, all these things are coming to pass. All these things that you've done, trying to hide yourself, trying to hide what nation you are. You're being found out to be the Edomites. And now people are finding out, a lot of our people are finding out what is to happen to you in the future for the things you've done. There is an end to there's a resolution now in the minds of people concerning you Edomites, man. And that is what? That you are going to be taken out of power by the Most High himself. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Right, when he returns to this realm, to this earth. Because of the things you've done. Removing a statue, cool, you removed it. Wow, That's not enough. There's nothing you could repay. There's no amount of money you could repay for what you've done to the Lord's people. All right. You're gonna have to pay for all these things, man. Let's go to Galatians 6 and 7. Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. You've sown nothing but wickedness, destruction, all right, violence on the earth. All right, the Lord said in the book of Revelation, the 6th chapter, you were set up as what? The red horse. All right, who would eventually, which is symbolic for what? The red Hebrew Edomites. And they will come unto the earth in these last days, leading up to these last days, all right, which is known as their little season. I believe that's in the book of Revelation 20. All right, and they will wreak havoc on the earth, and that's what we're living in. That's the reality we're living in. The reality that was prophesied and seen by John the Revelator in the book of Revelation, the 20th chapter. This man's little season, his 500 to 600, 700 years that he's been ruling. All right, starting from the times of the Renaissance up until now. That is the little season spoken of in Revelation 20. That he shall be loosed. This so-called white man, the red Hebrew Edomites. They will be released on the earth and will wreak havoc leading up to the last days, and eventually the Lord will return. All right, and they will pay for all of the things they've done in wickedness on the earth. Because what? Galatians 6 and 7, be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. You're going to pay for all these things, man. And you touch the Lord of that. You touch the apple of the Lord's eye. So get that real quick. And Zechariah. This is Zechariah chapter 2. Let's open this up real quick. Zechariah chapter 2, verse 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. So you've touched the apple of the Lord Yahweh's eye, the creator of life, reality. All right. The most high power. And now from that, his son is going to come render the judgment. All right, his son's going to come fight all the nations, including you Edomites, and is going to destroy all the wicked on the earth, man. All right, and you wicked elite, you understand and you know, all right, according to the scriptures, what is going to take place on this planet soon, man. But don't worry, you're going to be saved. You're not going to experience none of this. Why? Because you're going to go into slavery first. You're going to be reserved for slavery. All right, the Lord put a spirit on you to hide yourself so that what? The Lord, when he returns, you're ready, prepared, all right, for him to come get you, for you to go right into slavery, man. There is no getting away. All right? There is no getting away. This is the orchestration of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We're scared, which is why we serve him. You fear and tremble because the scripture says you do. It says the devils even fear and tremble when it concerns Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. All right? Verse 9, for behold, I will shake mine hand upon them. See? Who is he going to shake his hand upon? You Edomites and you other nations. And they shall be a spoil to their servants. You're going to be a spoil to us. Okay? You're going to be slaves. You're going to be under us. It's going to be a role reversal. And the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, is going to bring it forth, man. And ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me. And the Lord, the Most High, the Lord of armies, is going to send his son. All right, in these last days, you read the book of Revelation 6, the book of Revelation 19. All right, what is it? He that cometh from Edom. That's concerning you Edomites in these last days. The Lord, all right, bringing forth horrendous judgment upon you Edomites and you heathens. All right, all for touching the apple of his eye. All for touching the Lord's people. And the Lord is not mocked, as it says here in Galatians 6 and 7, man. So your removal of the sign, your removal of the statue, excuse me. All right, it's not enough, man. You can't recompense the Lord for what you've done to his people. You're just going to have to pay, all right, via judgment. And the Lord, Yahushua, is going to bring forth that judgment unto the earth and conquer you Edomites in these last days and you other nations and set his people, all right, All right, set his people back on top, back as rightful rulers of the earth again, man. That's what's coming, man. Because the earth needs new management. All right, because the people managing it now are degenerates. All right, are wicked. All right, and ultimately what they belong are in the position as servants. And the Lord said it. The Lord said He saw servants on horses, and it's a depiction of this statue. He saw servants on horses and princes walking as servants on the earth, man. And he and the Lord is going to come reverse that and put the rightful rulers of the earth, the princes of the power, the Israelites, back on top in these last days. He's going to recompense you Edomites and you heathens for your wickedness done to us, man. All right, so Lord willing, that was just something quick and to the point. Call halal Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing His word in truth and in sincerity and maturity. Shalom and Abba Ball, and that's prophecy. Shalom.